Hello, everyone. Tonight we are honored to be visited by a veteran from the Royal Canadian Navy, Petty Officer First Class Retired Daniel Sinnott. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Parent Chats on NovaScotiaLive.tv. My name is Ken Hubley, children's book author and host. Today's show is a very special show to me. As Remembrance Day is just around the corner, we're going to share some thoughts about Remembrance Day and teaching your kids about the importance of Remembrance Day, the veterans, current service members, and first responders. It's very important to talk to your kids and to remember about the sacrifice that veterans and military personnel make for us. Each year I attend the Remembrance Day service, and it's near and dear to my heart. Daniel served his country in the Royal Canadian Navy since 1986 until he retired in June of 2022. That's 36 years. He has held many positions, many involving sonar control. Dan is a married father of two and actively involved in his community. I'm lucky to have Dan as a friend, and we're lucky to have him as a member of our community. He's very active in our community. Dan, thank you for your service and coming on to our show today.
Thank you for having me.
So with Remembrance Day around the corner, I wanted to ask you a few thoughts about the service and about Remembrance Day and your experience as being a veteran and a military member. As a veteran and also a parent, what does Remembrance Day mean to you?
Remembrance Day, sorry, just reading off I have a note here. Remembrance Day is a day we honor those who sacrifice so that we may live the life we are living today. As a veteran, I was able to proudly do my duty for Canada, all the while honoring those that have come and gone before me and those still serving. In times of honor, I was in Groesbeck, Holland, during the Nijmegen marches, and we did a small remembrance there while we were there in June of 2002. And also as a parent, I'm always trying to teach that we need to stand up for those that can't stand up for themselves and to honor those that have done so.
What great lessons to teach your children. What advice do you have for parents who want to teach their children about our armed forces and to teach them how to appreciate what you do to keep us safe?
Teaching our children is each child is different, and each parent has different ways of doing things. I suggest ask those that are in our neighborhoods wearing the uniform to and from work. Ask them what they like and dislike about their jobs. Some of my likes were to travel the world and meet people from many different backgrounds. The dislikes are obvious because of war, and as well, missing out on birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, special family events, and the duration of time being away.
I really like what you said there about talking to your neighbors and people that are in uniform in your neighborhood. I think that's so important. In our book, Autograph of Heroes, we teach that first responders and military are members of our community. There are ball coaches, there are friends, there are, mentors in the neighborhood. And I think it's so important to teach your kids, because not only is it that you're respecting what they do to keep us safe and to honor the military member, but they know it's easy to identify somebody in uniform, and the kids know if they're ever lost or scared, there's someone safe to talk to. So I think that's so important. In my book, Autograph of Heroes, I teach that children's service members and first responders are heroes and also our friends and neighbors. Do you have any stories about when kids or adults thank you for your service and how it made you feel?
I've had adults and children approach me in stores and being out while in uniform to thank me for my service. It is so very thankful and appreciated. It's kind of humbling and it's nice. It's a nice feeling. One story, when I was in Nijmegen, Holland, doing the march, I did a 4-day march there, and at the end of it, there was a mother and her child. They just kept thanking me over and over, and this child was like between the age of 4 and 5, and even at that age, they saw the Canadian maple leaf, and they continued to thank me. And they also asked me for my address, and we wrote back and forth just once or twice, and then I moved and lost their address.
Wow, what a lovely story. And you're right when you talk about the maple leaf, how special that is. And I hear, is it true that it's special like all over the world? It's recognized?
Everywhere I've been, I've only been as far east as Egypt and all the way to Australia.
Thank you. These are times of uncertainty with two major wars going on and so much TV coverage. What do you think we should teach our kids about world conflict?
Well, I believe each parent should decide what their children see or hear about the conflicts. I am in the belief that knowing what is happening is extremely important so we do not forget the past, but it all depends on their age and maturity level and how the parent feels to go about it.
Totally agree. Where can parents get more information to help them talk to their kids about our Veterans and Remembrance Day?
There's two excellent websites. The Canadian government has one on Remembrance Day, and as well, the Legion is another one. You can stop by the Legion anytime they're open, and as well, you can also approach any military member and ask them, or I suggest just go attend. If you've never been and you're new to the country, just go attend one of the remembrance ceremonies. They're all slightly different, and I try and go to a different place every year because I just like to see different places, and it's just nice to see different ways of going about the Remembrance Day.
Excellent idea. Yeah, they are special services. I've been to them. I'm a creature of habit, so I tend to go to the same one, but it is nice when you can see different ones. So thank you again, Dan, so much for coming on to the show and to talk and share about your experience, share about some places where parents can help talk to their kids or get some information. And we will put those websites in our show notes so people will be able to access them. And again, thank you and all of the military members and all of the veterans and all the first responders for your service. And I want to thank the audience for watching, and we will have another show shortly. Any thoughts that you want to put in the comments, please feel free and like and share this show. And as I always like to say, my hood is parenthood. Until next time.